Hello and welcome back to another video. And as you can see, all the cattle are in the shed for the winter. So you can see the heifers are there with the teaser bull in there. We have all the cows and calves in there. So the two first cows that calved, the two bigger calves, and the three lash cows that calved, the three smaller calves, are all there mixed together, happy out, and have their own little creep feeder out there where we're giving them meal and all that. But that'll be for another video, the whole meal situation that we're giving them and all that. And we also have this black one here who is due to calf in the last week of December, so around Christmas time. But she might bring a week on with her, so it could be New Year's or just before New Year's, could be New Year's Eve. But yeah, you can see that with the 6 bullocks that are gone and the 2 dry cows that are gone, we have plenty of room in the shed. If we were to keep the 6 bullocks or keep the 2 dry cows or keep the 8 of them, we'd be sort of low on room. We'd have to budge them up, maybe the heifers, and put either the 6 that maybe the 2 dry cows, we could get a gate to close at this girder, bunch them up into that section and put the 2 dry cows in there. 6, you know, there'd be a lot of sort of putting up gates and dividing the pens into smaller pens and whatnot if we were to keep either the 8 of them, the 6 or the 2. So yeah, we have a nice amount, plenty for when calving does start, because there's hopefully a couple of them heifers in calf and will start to be calving around 2025, around maybe January, February time. Hopefully the heifers will start calving, so we'd want room for them as well. So there's plenty of room, there's no shortage of room. We've enough adequate space for whatever goes on, whether a cow gets sick or whatnot. We've 2 pens available to us, and if cows or heifers start calving, we've 2 pens at our disposal, and calf creeps and the likes. So in today's video, we're basically going taking down the last bit of electric tape that's out. There's some above at the back of our house, but there's a lot in that, so I mightn't include that into a video. But there's a small bit just at the field at the back of the yard just there that I'm going to take down. So I did walk it to see what I need. So all I need is 2 reelers. So there's a lot of reelers full, because we did buy over the course of the year a lot more pigtail stakes and a lot more electric tape. I think we bought maybe 2 or 3 bundles of pigtail stakes, so that's 20 or 30, because 10 comes in a bundle, and we bought maybe 2 or 3 rolls of new electric tape. So we might be short on reelers when it comes to taking down the other fencing, but for the fencing that I have to take down below there, I only need 2. So hopefully, definitely 1 will fit on the big reeler here, and hopefully some will fit on this. Even though this reeler is narrower than this reeler, it has a smaller tin than this, so it has a bigger capacity even though it's narrower, if you know what I mean. But anyways, I'll put my Wellingtons on to go down the field and get the tractor going and take down the last bit of tape and put it into our storage container down below there, and that'll be that for the winter until next year. Okay, so here we are. This is the field that I'm going to take the electric tape down. So it starts from this stake here, it goes all the way up across that way, across the wood line, and maybe halfway down that way as well. Now I did walk it, and there's 2 tapes joined about halfway along that wood line there, going that way. So that's why I have the 2 reelers with me. So I think what I might do is do the same system that I done when I was taking down the tape in the hill where the 6 bullocks were. As in, I'll go around first, I'll go the whole way around the field and just take down, unclip and take away the plastic stakes and the pigtail stakes from the tape. When I come across a wooden stake, I'll just plant whatever I collect at that wooden stake, and then go ahead and pick up the rest of the plastic stakes, head to a wooden stake, planted them along there and whatnot, and then I'll come back then and I will reel up the tape where it ends, and then I'll come back with the tractor and drive the tractor towards where I finished up reeling, and while I'm heading towards the reeler I can pick up all the plastic stakes and the wooden stakes, if you know what I mean. So that's probably the easier way than constantly climbing up and down off the tractor. It does consist of a lot of walking, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and plant the camera somewhere and we'll get started. So this is what I mean. The tractor down there is where I started, and here's the wooden stakes. So I planted whatever plastic stakes and pigtail stakes I collected along the stretch here between the start and the wooden stake, and I planted them here. So what I'll do now is whatever stakes I collect from this wooden stake and the next wooden stake, I'll plant the stakes at that far wooden stake, just like what I done here. So yeah, that's the system that I'm going to be doing. There's a fallen tree just there where my finger is going over and back, so I might have to go in there some of the days when I'm not taking out electric tape and whatnot, have a look at the tree, see what chainsaw I need, whether I can use a small one or a big one or whatnot, and get the proper chainsaw tuned up and get that cut up and split for firewood. So yeah, I don't know, was it a storm that knocked it down, or is it just gone dead or weak? I don't know, but it's a fallen tree anyways, and it's better being used for something rather than rotting away on the ground. So yeah, handy this fencing. You can see trees that are fallen. Here is where it's joint. You can see I just need to untie that. So we started all the way down below there. We came up all the way across there, corner stake there, up to where it's joined here. Then the second reeler will start and then go down that way, and it's only going down halfway down that wood line there, so it's not too bad at all. So now we'll head back, get our, I won't untie it from that there, so there's a little bit of a pull on it. So I'll go back to where the tractor is down below there, get the reeler, I'll start down below, and I'll start walking and reeling all the way up to where it's joint there. Then I'll untie it and secure it on the reeler then. The reason I do that and not untie it there, reel it and let it come to me, is that it'll be quite loose on the reeler if I do that. If I keep a pull on it, reel it up while I'm walking, it'll be more tighter and compact on the reeler itself. And I believe I mentioned that in the last video of me taking down the electric tape in the field where the 6 bullocks were. So yeah, we'll head back now, get the reeler and get this half of the electric tape reeled up. That's that half reeled up. This is where it was joined. That tape was joined onto this tape, so that's the second reeler we'll be using now to wind that up. So what I'll do now is I'll walk back to the tractor. Tis a lot of walking, I know, but we'll walk back to the tractor. We'll work our way up to the reeler, but I'll stop off at every wooden stake and take up the plastic stakes that are put down at every wooden stake and throw it into the box, and then take up the wooden stakes as well and throw them into the box. And I'll be working my way as I'm doing that back up to the reeler, where the whole process then starts all over again with I could have continued taking out all the white plastic stakes and the pigtail stakes in that half, but I stopped where the joint was. So I guess the whole process will start all over again once I reach the reeler again with the tractor and box, by taking out all the plastic stakes, planting them down wherever a wooden stake is, and then coming back and reeling it up and all that. Basically what I've done with this half. So yeah, we'll go back and get the 135. We're back now. All the plastic stakes and pigtail stakes that was in that half is all gathered up and put into the box, and so is the wooden stakes as well, and there's the reeler. So now we're using this reeler here to reel up the last half of it. Hopefully it does fit on this reeler. As I mentioned, it is a thinner reeler, narrower than this one here, but the actual reeler itself is a thinner one than that's on that, so it should hold, this should hold the same capacity as this one here, I'm hoping anyways. So yeah, I'll connect the tape onto this reeler here, and we'll have to go and disconnect the stakes first before I do that actually. So we'll go and do the stakes first, the same system that I done there that you seen earlier on in the video, and then we'll go reeling up and all that. So yeah. And this is our storage container for mostly the electric equipment, for the electric tapes, the wooden stakes, the plastic stakes, the pigtail stakes. So it's obviously the next day, as you've seen in the last clip. It got a little bit dark. It was coming on 5 o'clock and it was getting a bit dark because it's that time of year again. But yeah, eventually this tin cabin, whatever you want to call it, container, will be fitted into the shed within here. That shed will have one big clear out, and we probably have to get a digger or something and try and get the container to fit snugly in there. So yeah, but for now it's left outside and our fencing equipment is in. I've unloaded the transfer box, so you can see our wooden stakes are here, reels of the electric tape and whatnot, and we have our plastic and pigtail stakes here. And yes, it's looking a bit messy. It probably does need a good clean out for the winter, over the winter, and just have everything sort of more neatly organised for next year when fencing commences again. But yeah, so I took all the fence down. Obviously it was 2 reelers that you seen me use, and one of them was this one and the other one was this one, and all the plastic and pigtail stakes are in there, and whatever wooden stakes there were I left here. So yeah, I guess that's that. The tractor is just over there, but yeah, that's that. A lot of fence and stuff here that needs to really be tidied up, but look, it is what it is. It will be tidied up eventually. One of the days I will tackle into it. But anyways, we could head down the field very quickly as well, and we can have a quick look down there as well. Everything is taken down. So this is the field I was in, the field behind the yard. All the electric tape is taken down. There's still plastic stakes here because we'd had an electric tape that went where the slurry tanker is now. It went out, just out a small bit, and then it came down this direction, and we had it clipped to the electric fence there, so there was current going through it. That isn't taken down yet. I don't know, will I take it down? It's never been taken down since it was put up, just rolled up really, and it should actually really be put up, be picked up, but it is what it is. So all the fence is picked up, the electric tape and the stakes as I mentioned, and they're in the container now for another year until they'll be used again. So, and it is a little bit foggy out, whether or not the camera is picking it up. So obviously, as I mentioned, the fence started from that corner down there, went the whole way around and stopped about halfway somewhere there. It was somewhere just around that section there, is where it ended. 2 different bits of tape, 2 reelers to collect it, pick it up. Handy, lovely day. So yeah, that's this field with the tape taken down. You can see this tape here. Basically behind that trailer there, it goes in there, and I think it continues around up there a small bit, but I don't think there's any point in taking this down because it wasn't taken down last year either. So that's it there. This handle, we connected it down below there to the electric fence, and that brought current through this tape here. So yeah, maybe I should take it down. I could have a scope around and see where it's connected to and where it ends, but for now, that's basically it.